Scott Turman. He is the founder of BrightRay Publishing and joins us now. Scott, thank you very much for coming on the News Hour. So what do you think the creators of AI are most concerned about? Presumably it's self-improvement and where that might go next.
I mean, there's a point where this technology could go off the rails if it hasn't already being used for such things. I mean, there's the idea of AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, which is really, takes facts, takes abstract information, makes decisions very similar to how a human does. Bard and ChatGPT are large language models, not knowledge models. They're kind of predictively figuring out what in responses that of your text inputs. I mean, there's this idea of a Turing test that a guy named Alan Turing came up with in the 50s that said once that these kind of AI or this general intelligence can kind of pass the human test, can really fool someone talking to it, then you're kind of the next level. Well, we've reached that, and now we're going into an area that I don't think a lot of people understand, and the people that do are really they're profiting from it. I don't really see a pause in anything. Elon Musk, Steve Wozniak, all these great humans, they have fear, and they should, but I think that the genie is out of the bottle. I mean, imagine what's that?
Oh, so are they calling for government intervention then? Because when it comes to companies like Google and Microsoft, that's the antithesis of what they stand for. Of course, there's money to be made. They're in it for the profit.
Right. I don't know how you put the genie back in the bottle. It's in too many hands, and it's kind of like saying stop mining for gold, right? And we're going to, in some kind of way, say that we should all stop mining for gold. I just don't see it happening. I definitely see the concerns. If the nuclear bomb was in more hands, we could definitely see how that would be a problem. And this could be that big. People at Microsoft are calling this, they're comparing it to either the advent of the phone, or is it the advent of fire in terms of world-changing things? And I'm starting to believe that people are seeing this as the advent of fire. Really, it's going to change the world, and we just got to figure out which way that goes.
And when we think of AI taking over the world, we tend to think of things like Terminator or perhaps the Alex Garland film Ex Machina. I mean, how great a leap is it from something like ChatGPT coming up with recipes to a machine that can improve its own code with a sort of megalomaniacal bent on taking over the rest of the world?
Well, I mean, back at uni, I had a professor that would say that, oh, one day that, in the next 100 years, they're going to, some kind of artificial intelligence is going to pass this Turing test. And it happened in my lifetime. Every time I speak to the people that are expert in this area, like a week will go by and the conversations change, and it keeps getting darker and darker and darker. When we first started this months ago, it was fairly light. Now the conversations I'm having they're kind of going off the rails a little bit with people that are way smarter than I am, and it's just that are in the know, and they're kind of up their neck deep in this tech. So I don't know where this goes, but it feels like there isn't a real understanding of what happens when you kind of let it out in the world, kind of on its own.
So time to get the handbrake on and try and put the genie back in the bottle. Look, we really appreciate you joining us. Scott Turman there from Maitland in Florida. Thank you.